Yes, y'all. From the Dave Campbell's Texas Football Mothership here in beautiful Louisville, Texas, it is Texas Football Today, a Monday morning Fallout special as we overreact to the football weekend. My name is Greg Tepper. I'm the editor-in-chief of Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine and TexasFootball.com. Thank you for spending part of your day with us, whether you're watching us live at TexasFootball.com, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all the places, or you listen to us on the podcast, which you can subscribe to on the podcast vendor of your choice. Either way, thank you for doing your part to support your local mediocre internet show. I am sitting over there at the helm today, making us sound good. We are pleased to be joined by producer V&A Moreno. Hi, V&A Moreno.
Hello.
You're in the chair.
I'm back.
V&A Moreno.
Wait. But if I'm here and you're there,
then that would mean, oh no.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
Oh, yes.
Sitting to my
I moved
right
into a taller chair.
is the executive producer of Dave Campbell's Texas Football. And Dave Campbell's Texas Live, it's Ashley Pickle.
Is this your worst nightmare?
Do you realize how hard I have worked to keep this from happening? And yet here we are. You're going to be joining us on the desk for Monday Morning Fallout this season.
Yeah. I got drug in here by V&A, and she put me in this seat, and she said, "You listen here, little lady.
Yeah,
You're sitting here, and I'm running the dials."
I saw you. She threw you up against the wall. It was wild.
Yeah, I got demoted, basically. Now I'm just up here yapping with you.
Anyway, today is Labor Day. We're working on Labor Day. Today is Monday, September 1st, 2025. It is a mere, I have this pulled up at some point, 87 days until Thanksgiving. Happy birthday to Zendaya. I don't know.
Zendaya.
She's like one of the most universally attractive women ever. And
I didn't say she's not attractive. I said I don't know how to say her name.
So all you care about is her looks.
It's episode 1876. Sounds right.
No, I think 76 was last time.
77. That's
77.
right. 1877. It's Monday Morning Fallout, folks. We are overreacting to the football weekend across the state of Texas, and there is plenty to overreact to. Tons to overreact to. That's why we had to bring in the big guns here. I mean that sincerely.
The
like
cannons.
Literally the cannons. Let's overreact to the football weekend in Monday Morning Fallout. We will start with Tepper's Take. Tepper's Take, if I can get the one shot.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's overreaction season. So we now have, in my estimation, the worst amount of data that you can have. We have an entire preseason of thinking about football, of just overanalyzing football, what we think these teams are going to be, what we think these teams are going to look like, how we think the football landscape is going to be shaped. And now we have 48 minutes, or in some cases 40 minutes in the six-man ranks of action. And part of us wants to throw out everything we've spent the last 8 months doing and focus on these 48 minutes. And in some respects, that is the right thing to do. Because let's not pretend that we've got everything figured out in the preseason. Certainly we don't. But at the same time, it is an extremely small sample size because there's easy results to overreact to. Even within games. I'll give you an example. We were keeping a close eye on Kilgore and Carthage on Friday night. It's a great game. That game went to half. Kilgore 7, Carthage nothing. And if you were to just take the first 24 minutes, I think you'd say, uh-oh. Is Carthage done? Surratt on the hot seat? But instead, they come out and get a win. But even if you take those first 48 minutes as a whole with other games, it'll be easy to overreact to. I'll give you an example. What about South Oak Cliff's win over Galena Park North Shore? Resounding victory. Really impressive victory for South Oak Cliff. And for North Shore, suddenly you guys are dropping a game by multiple scores to a 5A Division II team? And yet I would say, let's hold off. Let's hold off on making any bold declarations about what anything means in week one. There's a lot of work to be done. And I've said this for a couple of years now. The most that teams change is between week one and week two. Next week, if we got 2 data points, let's talk. For now, it's fun to look at the results, and we can certainly talk about what they could mean. But I think any bold declarations of declaring a team definitely winning a state championship or declaring a team definitely going 0-10, probably a little premature. That's Tepper's take.
Now on to Pickle's point.
God almighty. What have we done?
This is incredible.
What have we done?
So Pickle's point this week, after week 1 of the Texas high school football season, is it's time to focus on football. I think this offseason, there was a lot of drama. A ton of drama across the state, and off-season, that's what makes it fun. You never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to leave. You never know what coaching changes, what kids are going to transfer to a different school. All of the things that we get to sit there and focus on throughout the off-season accumulate to this point, week 1 of the Texas high school football season. Where did we put people? Who's going to step up big? Who flew completely under the radar? With some of those programs that went through a bit of that drama, I think that there was half and half on results. You take a team like Brownwood, for instance. Obviously, a lot of speculation about what went on and why Sammy Burnett left. Then now under Gerald Brixey, they come out and they lose 25-0 against Abilene Wiley. You look at another program like Mason, Michael McLeod obviously being let go there, and Wade Griffin coming in. They lose 48-7 against Wall. Now a very good Wall program, but nonetheless a massive loss there. So maybe they weren't fully able to focus on football heading into now until they go out there, they get punched in the mouth, and it's, oh, hey, it's football season, and we need to get back to the X's and O's. On the opposite side of that, I think there were programs that went through the drama that came out on top. You take a look at Gunner, obviously parting ways with Jake Fazell. Jordan Gill, their offensive coordinator, steps up, and they go out and beat a good Houston Kincaid team 49-44. High scoring, got it done. Gage Knox looked incredible. So did the rest of their team. Take another one, Byron Nelson, the tragic passing of Travis Pride. They had a lot going into their first game and were able to bring out the win against a good Wolf Friendship team, 30-7. So I think there were some programs that went through that dramatic time and were able to come out of it unscathed. That didn't sound right.
Unscathed.
Thank you. And really come out and say, hey, we're playing for something bigger than football. And then there were other programs that they've got to shake it off. Point blank, moving forward after all of that, you've got to get back to focusing on the X's and O's. And so it was interesting to see those two tales and how they played off based off of each of those programs.
Pickle's point, huh? Dang it.
We need a graphic.
I don't like this at all.
Finger guns.
Game of the week. Hillsboro 58, McGregor 56 in double overtime. Okay, so this game goes to double overtime, and Braylon Benson runs for Hillsboro, runs for a 23-yard touchdown run, and then Josemar Lopez had a 2-point conversion to win it. Mm-hmm. Okay, wild game. I think it's the second highest scoring game of the weekend. Fun game, right? So Hillsboro scored late in the fourth quarter to tie it up at 42 to send it to overtime. Pickle, this game early in the third quarter was 14-10.
Goodness. Holy cow.
14-10 early in the third quarter, and it finished 58-56. Bubba Zacharias for McGregor went 19 of 32 for 415 yards, 3 touchdowns, ran for 57 yards, and 2 more scores. Dominic Madrone had 9 catches for 263 yards and a score. The numbers here were ridiculous. But in the end, Hillsboro wins it 58-56 in double overtime in what is our game of the week.
What did the coaches do? Just look at each other and go, all right, you ready to lock in?
Cut the brakes? You down to cut the brakes?
Like, yeah, full send.
Pull the lever, Gronk. Did I do the thing?
Kronk.
Kronk?
Yeah.
Who's Gronk? Gronk is
football player.
Rob Gronkowski.
Mm-hmm.
I got football in the brain.
It's okay, though, because I'm just proud that you referenced Emperor's New Groove. We've gone over this multiple times.
Never seen the movie. Won't see the movie on principle now. Pull the lever.
Kronk.
Mm-hmm. With a K?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elite cinema, in the words of our very own Sam Moore. All right, taking a look at our play of the week. I'll tee this one up for you, and then we've got the actual clip itself. So, Thursday night, it was our Dave Campbell's Rising Game of the Week out in Shotwell Stadium. Kickoff was at 6 o'clock. Actually, the second game of the Texas high school football season. There was one other game that kicked off earlier for weather delay, I believe.
Yeah.
Or weather, precautions.
Yeah, they got ahead of it.
But it was Gavin Moritz, Greg Powers, and Carter Yates on the call. So Byron Nelson goes out there, and they get up early. Then we get to the second quarter. It's 13-0, and Wolf for Friendship finally starts to get back into the groove. And that's when quarterback Quade Ferris hits Texas Tech commit Cody Campbell for...
Not Cody Campbell. Hold on. Chase Campbell. Cody Campbell's the rich guy.
It's the donor that likely helped secure Chase Campbell. So they hit Chase Campbell on what very easily in the second game to kick off in the Texas high school football season could be up for catch of the year so far. Here's Chase Campbell.
Second down and a yard from the Byron Nelson 15 as Ferris is back in at QB. Ferris fires. Campbell reels it in. That's a touchdown for Chase Campbell.
Wow.
A signature drive for the future Red Raider capped off with the catch of the game thus far.
And the catch of the season, the young Texas high school football season.
That was awesome. VNA and I were actually sitting there watching that game live from my house, and he caught that, and I'm not kidding, when we both popped up off the couch and were like, holy cow, what a catch. But he is an incredible player. He's been offered by Tech for a long time now, but he really showed out and got that friendship. Obviously, they didn't end up winning that game, but really added a spark of life there for the Tigers squad.
Yeah, ridiculous catch. I was there live, and there was like an audible gasp in the audience, in the crowd. It was wild there. Chase Campbell, our play of the week. What about the Monday Morning Fallout Coach of the Week?
Okay.
Monday Morning Fallout Coach of the Week goes to Livingston head coach Tucker Carter. Now, this makes me feel very old because I covered Tucker Carter when he played at Allen. That's frustrating for me.
Old.
I have to go to the doctor now. But Tucker Carter, the new head coach there at Livingston, formerly the White House offensive coordinator, his opening game as a head coach takes on a 6A program in Fort Bend, Austin. And by the way, let's remember, this is a Livingston program he took over that was 0-10 last year. They got outscored last year by an average of 23 points a game. They got beat by an average of 23 points a game. And yet in week one, it was Livingston 51, Fort Bend, Austin 36. A turnaround. The Livingston Lions are 1-0 under new coach Tucker Carter. He has the greatest winning percentage in UIL Texas high school football coaching history. 1-0. Pretty good.
Not bad.
Congratulations to Tucker Carter and the Livingston Lions. He is our Monday Morning Fallout Coach of the Week. We've got much more to overreact to here on a special Monday Morning Fallout edition of Texas Football Today if you stick with us after these brief messages.
Hello, Candace.
Not you again.
Me again. Remember our last oil change? Your boyfriend said he knew a guy who knew a guy. None of those guys knew what they were doing, including you, Todd.
Silence your oil change anxiety at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch our experts change your oil right from your car.
Thanks for coming in.
And finish in about 15 minutes. Valvoline. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Pour some sunshine with new First Light Community Coffee's first ever light roast. This blend has notes of honey and brown sugar that will brighten any part of your day. Try First Light now at communitycoffee.com.
Friday night football is here, and Hometown is trusted by thousands of schools across the nation to make game days effortless. Sell tickets online, easily scan them at the gate, track sales in real time, and keep your community connected with a free athletic website. Make every game a Hometown game. Visit hometown.com to learn more.
Every legend starts with a vision. For Dave Campbell, that vision was clear. Tell the story of Texas football like never before. In 1960, he built something no one had before, a magazine that became the Bible of Texas football. Coaches, players, and fans didn't just read it, they lived by it. His words shaped the game. His vision built a legacy. And his name? It will always be written in the story of Texas football. Dave Campbell's Texas Football, where legends begin.
And we're back here on a special Monday morning Fallout edition of Texas Football Today. Ashley Pickle, Greg Tepper. And it's time to put Matt Stepp and his slander to rest as I, Ashley Pickle, introduce the Dudes Rock Dude of the Week.
Oh, golly. This makes me so happy.
And now, the Matt Stepp. He got that dog.
Oh, jeez. It's week 1 for everybody, folks.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, with our Dudes Rock Dude of the Week, we head down to Houston ISD. And this one made me feel old because he graduates in the class of 2028. Sophomore quarterback for Houston Milby, the Buffaloes. Our Dudes Rock Dude of the Week is sophomore quarterback Gabriel Gutierrez. So this was another wheels-off game. Houston Milby ends up winning 61-58 over North Forest. Gabriel Gutierrez goes 19 for 31, 525 yards, 8 touchdowns.
8?
The sophomore.
In his first start.
And this is a team out of District 5 or 10, 5A Division 1, who made it to the playoffs for the first time last year since 2000. Okay, this is a program that has been down in the dumps. They finally look pretty good last year. They graduate heavy. We're going, oh gosh, is there anyone coming back? Welcome sophomore quarterback Gabriel Gutierrez. My Lord, son, he had a night.
8 touchdowns in your first game.
That is good enough to make you the Dudes Rock Dude of the Week here on Monday Morning Fallout.
Would you say that Dudes rock?
Let's not go overboard, okay? It's still week 1.
I'm just saying, kind of seems like dudes may be rocking. One other note on Houston Milby, because I'm not sure how much we're going to be talking about the Buffaloes next week. They have a tight end named Knowledge Gage.
Yes.
Knowledge.
Hell yeah, brother.
Gage. Now time for a little tease. The NFL Minute, which is, I think, a cherished tradition here on Monday Morning Fallout.
It's really the only reason people tune in.
The NFL Minute... we obviously there's been no NFL. Okay, we don't count preseason. Preseason doesn't exist. Do you guys want to talk about the Mike Parsons deal?
No.
Okay.
VNA.
We're not going to talk about the Mike Parsons deal. The NFL Minute. I'm happy to report we have agreed to terms with our chief NFL correspondent.
Oh, thank God.
My mom, who will be back with the NFL Minute starting next week on this very program. So stick around. The NFL Minute will be back next week with chief NFL correspondent. My mom.
Maybe we should run the Cowboys because Jerry lets go of Micah, but yet we were able to keep the #1 draft pick for like a third consecutive year.
Listen, we are working hard behind the scenes, most certainly. You got some stock up?
I do. Stock up. We take a look at a team who we're buying in on after week 1. Not trying to overreact, but how about those Dickinson Gators, man? They came out. John Snelson's ball club looked darn good with a 34-21 win over Katy on Saturday night. Here's some key points of how this game went. The defense was incredible. They kept Katy running back Tremaine Hill to 2.6 yards per carry.
Jeez.
That is a career low for Tremaine Hill. Not only that, they only allowed 167 yards of total offense for Katy, and on third down, they stopped them. Katy went 2 for 8 on third down conversions, and the average yards of their third downs that they were trying to get was over 8 yards. So, I mean, they had them stopped in 2 downs every single time, and they forced 3 fumbles. So, stock up on the Dickinson Gators defense. On top of that, quarterback Lorenzo Aguirre threw for 212 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ooh. So they were operating, but to stop a Katy offensive attack that hard, especially on the ground, stock up for the Dickinson Gators.
Stock down.
Wah, wah, wah.
The Liberty Ilo Leopards. Let's talk about this. We had some questions about Liberty Ilo, obviously coming off of a terrific season. Late in the offseason, their outstanding blue-chip wide receiver, Daquan Prevost, moves out of state, transfers to a school in Arkansas. And we were like, okay, well, what is this team going to look like? In week 1, they play a Pittsburgh team that went 1-9 last year, a Pittsburgh team that they beat 48-7 last year. And Pittsburgh gets the win 33-20. The Dave Campbell's Texas Football Computer had Liberty Ilo as a 37-point projected winner in that game. And Pittsburgh put it on them 33-20. They were all of note in that game. Liberty Ilo only threw for 41 yards. I think they might be missing their star wide receiver right now in Daquan Prevost. Liberty Ilo. Got some concerns. Plenty of time. Don't overreact in 1 week, but got some concerns about Liberty Ilo. So that is my stock down.
We head now to the In Case You Missed It game of the week. Fort Worth ISD. We had Fort Worth Jarvis and Fort Worth South Hills playing. Jarvis, under the direction of first-year head coach Erwin Garcia, come out on top 27-14. And you may be going, okay, why is that important? It snapped a 46-game losing streak. The last time that Jarvis had won a game was November 7th of 2019. And he comes in as a first-year head coach and gets that done. Now, that's a lot of credit to the coaching staff. Also, a big credit to the quarterback, Elijah Hernandez. He led the charge, having all 4 touchdowns, 2 in the air, 2 on the ground, and 177 yards of all-purpose yards. So incredibly exciting for Fort Worth Jarvis as they get their first win in 46 games under Erwin Garcia.
Yeah, Diamond Hill had the state's longest active losing streak at 47 games in a row. It's like top 15 all-time longest losing streaks. And so for them to get that first win, I don't know. I always have a soft spot for those types of stories because like those kids aren't like going out there and working less hard to get it. You know what I mean? They just don't have that reward. And so for them to finally get that taste of a win, do I think Diamond Hill Jarvis is going to win the state championship?
No.
I feel better about it now than I did last week, but probably not. However, you want to talk about a program that is suddenly has something to cheer about.
Oh, absolutely. Especially under a first-year head coach and in the first game of the season. That's a heightened experience there because you can play 9 games and then finally win that last one and go, okay, we're going into the new year with it, great, and then you get hit by graduation. This sets the tone for the rest of the year.
All I'm hearing is undefeated Diamond Hill Jarvis. That's all I'm hearing.
Calling it here now.
Absolutely.
Call it now.
Listen, right now, if you were to project it out, projected to go 16-0? Look,
100%.
Anyway, it's now time. Once again, we have signed another deal here, which is exciting.
Not near as exciting.
For the Matt Stepp, he got that dog in him, player of the week.
And now, the Matt Stepp. He got that dog in him. Player of the week.
What's up, y'all? Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's. With the start of a new Texas high school football season, that can mean one thing and one thing only. It's time for the Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him award. And the winner of the week 1 Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him award is none other than Brenham wide receiver Chris Guidry. In the Cubs' 34-13 win over Huntsville on Friday night, Chris had 6 catches for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns, both of them impressive leaping grabs as the Cubs took Huntsville down in a battle of 5A Division II top 10 teams. Congrats, Chris. You, sir, have got that dog in you.
This has been the Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him Player of the Week.
There it is. Congratulations, Chris Guidry of the Brenham Cubs. Brenham Cubs. Great victory for them over Huntsville.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, a lot swirling around that program with Jacoby Dixon leaving the program, but Chris Guidry stepped up in a big way. And I would say, I'm sure Chris Guidry has had a lot of honors. But the Matt Stepp He Got That Dog in Him Player of the Week has got to be up there.
We were so up here when I did the Dudes Rock Dude of the Week, and then we got to another Matt Stepp injecting himself into our show, and it just kind of died off, to be honest with you.
That's fine.
So I guess with that, in all of our sorrow, we head to what's next.
What's next?
And that will be a game to keep your eye on this week. Waco La Vega taking on Salina. Both teams coming off of a win. La Vega took down Kennedale 41-3. Salina coming off of a 50-28 win over a very impressive Belleville squad. This one has Fireworks Factory written all over it.
I'm really excited about this because I think we'll get a real heat check on where Salina is in not the rebuild, but like plugging in the pieces.
Restructuring.
Yeah, right? Because like Bo Bentley, they've got him. They've got Luke Biagini. They've got a lot of the headliners, but they have to replace a lot of the offensive line. That in the trenches, we had some, not concerns, but okay, show us what you guys are going to be. Here is one thing that is a promise. La Vega will test you where you are up front. They are going to be physical. They are going to be mean. They play with an edge. That's the way Coach Don Hyde coaches them up. I am fascinated by this ballgame. Not to mention they got Courtney Parr. Right now, like, this feels like one of those games where I'm really interested because it's week 2. Because teams are still figuring things out. La Vega, on paper, is more of a finished product.
Oh, yeah.
Plain and simple. But Salina's got that guy. They got Bo Bentley. And that, to me, makes this a really intriguing matchup.
Well, I think the other thing that I'm interested in is Waco La Vega tends to play fast, especially on defense. They will make you pay for it. And I feel like traditionally with Belleville, they are a very large, hard-hitting team when it comes to up front, but they don't necessarily have that speed off the edge. So that'll be very interesting to see, one, how the offensive line is able to protect Bo Bentley, but then two, they're likely going to play into the fact that Bo Bentley is a good scrambler in the pocket. I mean, he really is. And so the speed of Waco La Vega up against the unknowns of the Salina offensive line per se, that's very interesting.
It's Waco La Vega and Salina. It is next week, and that's one of the many games we're getting excited about here at TexasFootball.com. And that is Monday Morning Fallout. A lot to promote. TexasFootball.com. The new rankings are up right now on TexasFootball.com. If you want to go see where things shook out, I think some surprises in the rankings. If you go to TexasFootball.com, those rankings are up right now. The new Dave Campbell's Texas Football Associated Press rankings are up there. We've got five teams that impressed Carter Yates up on TexasFootball.com. And then, of course, we've got highlights from the weekend that was. Tons of action across the state of Texas, and we are already working on week 2, getting prepped up for that. So
here we go.
It's going to be fun. I think this went okay.
You don't mean that.
I don't mean that.
And it's nothing to do with VNA. This is me being like 3 feet from you rather than behind a glass in my secluded little cave.
She can feel the tension.
I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys.
I'm glad.
It's a lot of fun for me.
Just having the time of your life over there?
I'm having the time of my life.
Look at her. Isn't that the face of a woman who is having the time of her life? That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with us. Follow us on Twitter at DCTF. Like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Dave Campbell's. Follow us on Instagram, Instagram.com/Dave Campbell's. And, of course, see us at TexasFootball.com. For VNA Moreno and Ashley Pickle, I'm Greg Tepper. We will see you Thursday for our big mega show, getting ready for week 2 of the Texas High School football season here on Texas Football Today.